Hi everyone, good morning. Very nice to see you.
Morning.
We'll start the presentation in 1 minute, just to make sure everybody is here. Oh wow, already 18 people. Hi everyone.
Hi.
Hello, good morning. Let's just wait for 1 more minute. Okay. Okay. Okay, so it's 9:01 here in Japan. So let's start this Mercari BOLD Program for Women 2025 presentation. I hope you guys are well. Please comment. I know like this session is meant for people living abroad and in English. So feel free to comment. Which country you're from and where are you currently now. Uh, I'm looking forward to see all of the comments.
Yeah,
Okay, great.
free to comment.
Feel free to input. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't see any comments.
Yeah, I can see it. It's okay.
Mhm.
That's weird. Yeah, that's okay. So let's start. I hope you guys had a great Golden Week. If you have a Golden Week in wherever you are here in Japan, it was pretty sunny and also really rainy at the same time. The weather was good. So, yeah, I hope you guys could relax throughout the weekend and the days off. Okay, so let's start first with my presentation. So, nice to meet you all. I'm Vicky. I'm part of the TNU Grads Talent Acquisition team. I'm originally from Paris. I was born and raised in France. I came to Japan 10 years ago and I joined Mercari in 2021. So it's my fourth year working for this company. As I said earlier, I'm part of New Grad's talent acquisition team. So I am usually covering engineering position for new grads. And also global hiring. So maybe some of the people might have seen me before in some other like global presentation or like IIT hiring related stuff. Then here with me we have my colleague Kasumi-san. So Kasumi-san, feel free to introduce yourself.
And, thank you. My name is Kasumi. Nice to meet you. I'm also from talent acquisition team from Mercari. And also, I joined Mercari 2022, and I'm originally from Japan. So I'm Japanese. But I'm also hiring global talents from foreign countries as same as Vicky. And I'm covering in engineering hiring and the global hiring, same as Vicky. So nice to meet you.
Thank you, Kasumi-san. Oh, we've got someone from New York. Nice.
Irene.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What did you say?
Irene-san.
Yes, Arin-san, and lives in Fukuoka. Nice. I have never been to Fukuoka. I wish I could travel there someday. Very nice. Nice to meet you, Arin-san.
Thank you for the comment.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. So this is the time schedule for this session. So from 9 to 9:10, we'll be talking about the business overview of Mercari. And then after that, we'll give the introduction of Mercari BOLD Program for women. This is going to be done by Kasumi-san. And then we will have a panel talk with or participant of last year BOLD Program who kindly accepted to be part of this presentation and explain what did they do during that time and share with you guys their experience. We'll go through a quick Q&A and then closing. In case we are able to wrap up this a little bit early, then we will be ending the session a little bit earlier. Right, so I'm going to start by introducing you to the Mercari Group. So this is the company overview. So we have Mercari Group under or umbrella. We have the Japan region. So it's composed of Marketplace. So the app that you guys probably everybody know, Mercari. And then next to that, we have our fintech businesses, which is composed of Merpay and Mercoin, Mercari US. We also own a sport business called Kashima Antlers and the Mercari Software Technology India Private Limited, which is our center of excellence located in Bangalore, India. So our group mission is to circulate all forms of value to unleash the potential in all people. Here are our 4 value. So one of our value is, the very first one is go bold, hence the name of this project, bold program. All for one, be a pro and move fast. So let me explain you a bit about what everything, all of those value means to us. So go bold for us is meaning, stepping out of your comfort zone and doing new things. All for one is more related to teamwork. We do work a lot as a team in Mercari, and we do think that great missions are successful, mostly if it's done as a team. Be a pro is not being content with what you already know, but always learning more and improve, and also always bringing result. And this is our new value called move fast. So we believe that moving fast in our daily work is very important to achieve the success. So here I'm going to explain you a little bit more about our, businesses. So as I said earlier, so Mercari is our e-commerce platform for business and Mercari shop. So everybody can buy and everybody can sell. Merpay is our smartphone payment service, Bitcoin trading for Metacoin, which is one of our newest. So now you can actually buy and sell Bitcoin on Mercari app. We also launched the Mercari Hello service, which is like on-demand part-time job. And this is our US version of the flea market app, Mercari. The inclusion and diversity, so IND is something that we really care here at Mercari. So since 2018, we have continued to promote the inclusion and diversity as an essential element of achieving Mercari mission. Because we want to create a globally competitive teams that value individual diverse backgrounds and experience, and as well as perspective. So in 2021, we created a IND council, which is one of our cross organization where we organize internal events, and when like everybody work together to promote IND. So for example, like we created some unconscious biases workshop. So this workshop aimed to help to improve on how not to have unconscious biases, for example, during interviews and on their daily life. We also have Build at Mercari, which is to promote the minorities in the tech industry. And we also do have partnership with educational institutions, for example, Kamiyama Marugoto Technical High School, and so on. So this is like one of our chart when it comes to IND. So for example, we have more than 2,000 members here working on Mercari, and we have about 55 people, 55 countries, like 55 different countries here working at Mercari with us. And the percentage of employee of foreign nationalities. So to be very fair, mostly of the foreign people working at Mercari are mostly on the engineering side, but overall it's 29.4, 28.7 of management position, and 56.8 in the organization of engineering. Last year, compared to last year, we actually achieved a little bit grander ethnic diversity, especially in a management position. And also we did our best to include more women in a management position. So we rose that number from 25.7 to 28.7 as a woman in a management position. And increased drastically or female percentage of female employees, like as a single contributor, but also management and directors. Also, something that we are quite proud of is that at Mercari, a lot of our like dads take their childcare leave. So 87.4 of our male workers took paternity leave in Mercari in 2023 to 2024, so last year. And the average of childcare leave taken by male employees are 95.7 days, so it's about 3 months. And also one of our latest project was to work on to address the measure of the gender gap pay. So we were able to raise lower down the numbers of or gender gap from 7% to 2.3%. So as you can see, we're doing a lot when it comes to IND at Mercari, because we want to give a fair chance to everybody. So yeah, this is the introduction. So I'm going to start to talk about the project that we're working internally and that are related to this BOLD program. So first, we have two projects that are related, two main projects that are related to this BOLD program. So first is our cross-border trade business and US business. Last year, I believe mostly our US business was related, but this year, because we'll be going to 5 countries, we have implemented our cross-border trade business. So let me explain you a bit more about our cross-border business. So in Mercari, we're currently expanding our XB trade business. So Mercari launched, the cross-border trading business in 2019, promoting the realization of organizing a circular economy that includes overseas customers. So up to now, only people located in Japan were able to buy stuff on Mercari, but we've been collaborating with more than 74 e-commerce businesses to help us to reach more than 120 countries, to be able to have countries outside of Japan buying our products from our app. So here is the percentage and the total of the value, transaction value, which is 3.9 million. And we've been, as I said, collaborating with 120 countries and partnering in the region. So why are those products, like what kind of products outside of Japan people buy, and why are they buying? First, because the Japanese products are very popular overseas. So for example, we have like the Cool Japan. So to give you a very fair example, for example, like my country, France, is in the world like number two, consumers of Japanese anime and manga after Japan. So number one is like Japan, number two is France, and that's the reason why, like for example, people tend to buy like anime or manga stuff, like something that what we call like Cool Japan, so anything related to the Japanese culture. So Cool Japan, as it say, like as streaming service become more widespread around the world, like Japanese anime, manga, live action adaptation, and Simpson are becoming more popular. So people wants to buy, those kind of like Pokemon or Naruto related thing that they cannot find in their own country. So they use Mercari app to buy them by using a proxy, and thanks to our cross-border business. And also used in Japan. So maybe you guys probably know, but the Japanese secondhand market is actually really popular. Japanese people tend to take a very good care of their products. People tend to very want to buy a lot of secondhand products. So, for example, luxury goods, like cameras, just any kind of secondhand product. And they're also really good quality, and also thanks of the Japanese yen that is pretty cheap right now, it makes it very nice for foreigners to buy secondhand luxury products right now. Probably you have seen all of those videos on Instagram of like a lot of tourists sharing like great addresses as well, and also sharing about Mercari for their luxury secondhand products. Okay, so we're also currently expanding our business through Taiwan for the cross-border trading. So right now, it's now possible for people to purchase item listed on the Japanese version of Mercari from Taiwan. So we've been doing few partnership. I'm going to explain this a little bit later, but the number of like registered Taiwanese user after the launch of Mercari in Taiwan has exceeded like 50,000 in 1 month. So it was a really successful launch, and that we did in August last year through the cross border transaction, which is one of our biggest project last year for cross border, because it's really like part of our global strategy. And now we have Taiwanese user that can use Mercari and purchase on it. Thanks to that, so we did like a partnership with Taiwan through 7-Eleven. So now Taiwanese people can do probably the same as Japan, go to 7-Eleven and just receive their products that they purchased on the Mercari app in Japan. Here are some pictures of our grand launch in Taiwan. So as I said earlier, we launched the app in the cross-border business in last year in August. So we did like some press conferences offline in Huashuan. Sorry if I cannot pronounce it really well, but in Taipei, where like they unveiled a large scale like time to nail friend made from like 1,000 item available on the Mercari app. So you can see we have like some of our executives there on the picture in Taiwan, and doing the conference, offline conference. So I'm going to explain a bit more about Mercari. So I guess probably some of you know about our Mercari US business, but basically Mercari US is very similar with the app that we have from in Japan. Just the UI is a little bit different. But it's a very similar, like it's a marketplace where everybody can buy, everybody can sell secondhand items. So it was launched in 2014, supported by iOS and Android, and also can be used from the web browser as well. Same as Japan, it's free to use. We take a 10% of sales fees, and the buyer is charged also a protection fee of 3.6% of the product and the price that is paid by the buyer. So you can feel free to have a look at Mercari US. You can check the web browser as well to see how it looked like. It looks like a little bit different. I would say the UI is very different than the one in Japan. It's more adapt to a Japanese consumers. Sorry, American consumer than Japanese one. Here is the map of the history of our business. So feel free to have a look. But basically, we launched in 2014. We did the localization of management structure, diversification of delivery method. Like we tried to use a lot of different delivery method to figure it out what works the best. We also renewed the brand in 2018, and changed like the payment services. And also in 2024, last year, we redesigned it with like a more Gen Z mind, in order to attract more and more diverse age and generation of people. So we've been trying a lot through our American business, and yeah, we're still like doing our best to make this app attractive to our American consumers. When it comes to the positioning, here, so in the US, I think eBay and Etsy are very, and of course the Facebook marketplace are the most popular. But we will say like Mercari sits in between Facebook marketplace and also eBay for our business. So yeah, we're trying to become the easiest to use and safest of all genders, the C2C marketplace. Right, so this is it for me. So I'm going to leave on the mic to Kasumi-san. She's going to explain the BOLD program for Women 2025 edition for this year. So I hope you guys are excited. It's going to be even bigger than what we did last year, actually, because this year we're going to 5 countries. So yeah, thank you everyone for listening to the business. So now let me give the mic to Kasumi-san.
Thank you.
Onegaishimasu.
ありがとうございました。Hi, let me explain about the Mercari BOLD Program for Women 2025 Global Edition from me. And about the Mercari BOLD Program for Women 2025, it's Global Edition. And our theme is creating products that will advance Mercari's global expansion. And actually, the program will be 6 days program. The first 3 days will be held in Tokyo, August 22 to 26. And then after that, we are going to the foreign countries. It is written in it's the US and India, Hong Kong, Taiwan, and South Korea. And then we are going to have the 3 days program in each countries. And then we are going back to Tokyo, and then we are going to have a final day, the final day program in Tokyo. And then we are going to kind of presentation in Tokyo. Let me explain about the details later. But actually, the entire program will be conducted in English, so please note. I think last year we used Japanese or conducted in Japanese, but this year will be all English. And why do we do this is inclusion and diversity is one of the Mercari's foundation. We think it is essential to acquire diverse perspectives and new ways of thinking. So this program was held with the aim of cultivating the next generation of global leaders among young women. So as I explained before, we are going to travel to 5 countries, India, Korea, Hong Kong, and Taiwan, and US. And then America has selected 5 countries where it, thank you. Let me explain about the US. Relationship with the US, America, US, Vicky explained before to you. We have America, US develop a business. And then as for the US market and business potential, actually a large market estimated to be worth 1 trillion yen. So it's a pretty big market in the world. So buying and selling second-hand goods is common in US, and the fundamental with America, US. And also the US is for those who are looking for impact, big business impact, and also make impact in the global market. So that's the US. Thank you. As for the India, our relationship with India, it's established Engineering Development Center in India. It's established in 2022, and many Indian engineers are working in the Tokyo office. And also, as for the India's market and business potential, emerging markets, it's actually emerging. It is said that it's emerging market, and also, as you know, gathering the world best IT engineers in this IT powerhouse. So there are a lot of IT experts in India. So India is those who looking for the kind of environment with IT engineer experts. Next slide, please. Thank you. About the Taiwan and Hong Kong, I think I didn't mention it, but Taiwan and Hong Kong is a kind of set. So one team goes to both countries, Taiwan and Hong Kong. And as for Taiwan and Hong Kong relationship, as Vicky mentioned before, users in Taiwan and Hong Kong can shop on Mercari. Mercari Hong Kong opens actually this April, last month actually, April 23rd, and a partnership agreement with the Taiwan 7-Eleven. Taiwan and Hong Kong market and business potential, Japanese products are highly trusted and popular, and there is a large potential demanded. And Japan is also a popular travel destination. Yeah, we can see a lot of travelers from Taiwan and Hong Kong in Japan actually. And the cross-border e-commerce potential, penetration rate, and also digital penetration rate is high. And the purchasing culture is open to overseas e-commerce. So Taiwan and Hong Kong is for those who is looking for the opportunity, the expanding business from small business to big business, because we just started the business, from the last month. So the Hong Kong and Taiwan is for that kind of people, I think. Next slide, please. And as for Korea's relationship, Korea is one of the countries that be aiming for global expansion. So we don't have the branches and then any cross-border company, that kind of things. But Korea market and the business potentials, as you know, maybe some of you like K-pop, maybe can tell due to the popular of K-pop, the demand for Korean goods is increasing around the world, not only Japan, in the world. So obviously Korea has a potential, and then also high compatibility with products sold in the Japanese second-hand market. So Korea is, since we don't have any business so far, so the Korea is those who are looking for the making business from 0 to 1. So yeah, that's the Korea explanation. Thank you. Guidelines for achieving goals and the group work. The end goal. The participants will create prototypes based on their country and theme and present them to a panel of judges, including CEOs. And also process, utilize advice and Facebook feedback from mentors and intermediate judges, and also understand the real needs and the issue of each country's market through on-site research and refine your proposals. Things to keep in mind when doing group work. Embodying Mercari values, as Vicky explained before, remember to go bold, all for one, be a pro, and move fast. Inclusion and diversity perspectives. Not only do we respect the extent of colleagues with diverse backgrounds, but we also use each other's strengths to expand our potentials. And the team compositions. Each team will have 5 members. It's written in here. Engineer 2, designer 1, PM 1, marketing and data analyst and finance 1. And team will be created for each job types from among the successful applicants. The role composition will be decided by the team based on each team person's expertise and the strengths. Yeah. So next, thank you. Applicants requirements, it's written a lot, and then actually you can see on our job description. So let me explain the most important things. Actually, there are 2. Those who plan to graduate from university between July 2026 and March 2029. And also the program is those who have Japanese nationality or have Japanese residence status. So please note those. And the other job specific requirements, actually you can also see those in our JD and job description for details. So please check it later. And about the selection flow, about the document application, that its deadline will be at 3 p.m. Friday, May 30th. And document screen result notification will be notified as necessary. The interview will be in online. And then please note, for data analysis, we will be conducting SQL testing, technical test. Interview result will be notified mid-June, so it's to be dated. About selection, applicants will be comprehensively evaluated based on the meeting the essential requirements. So we are going to check your application and then check your resume as well. And about the last one, list others. After participants in the BOLD program, there is a possibility that you will be invited to internship or full-time job opportunities in Mercari. And that's all from me. Thank
Okay,
you.
great. Thank you, Kasumi-san. So, okay, so we have the two participants of last year program that I'm going to invite. So, hold on a second. So, first, let's start with Emini-san. So, Emini-san, oops, sorry. Sorry, please. Emini-san, you can start your introduction, please. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. My name is Emily Nakaone. I participated as a UX UI designer for the BOLD program last year. A little bit about me. I'm from America. I'm going to university at the University of Washington right now, which is in Seattle, and I major in psychology. Prior to the BOLD program, I was a digital product design intern at Altacore Inc. I was also a UX UI designer at Team Lab Japan. And within UW, I am president of Design for America, which is a design club here, and also a member of Alpha Theta Delta, which is a design fraternity. I was able to participate in the BOLD program during my year-long study abroad experience at the University of Tokyo, where I focused on business Japanese and information studies. Currently, I'm focusing on learning 3D modeling and product design, and also redesigning my portfolio, as well as finishing my psychology thesis. And in my free time, I like to oil paint, knit, read, and go on walks. Thank you.
Nice. Oil painting. That's really nice. I wish I can see your work some days. Please show me later.
Please.
Great. Thank you. Okay, next is Iwama-san. Momoko-san, can you please start introduce yourself? Thank you.
Hi everyone. I'm Momoko. I participated in the last year's BOLD program as a marketing role. And for a bit of a personal story, I'm currently studying in the University of Hong Kong, and I did study abroad in Harvard University and King's College London to learn about marketing. And for experiences, I just started my summer internship in BlackRock, Japan as a communication. And prior to this experience, I did some internships in internships in marketing, and also I founded nonprofit organization, and I did some marketing work there too. And what I'm currently focusing on is to work with my professor to develop an AI chatbot to support non-English speaking students in academia. And for hobbies, I recently started pole dancing, and I love to post book reviews, and then I also love to film travel blogs.
Thank you. Wow, pole dancing. I didn't know that. Actually, that's really, really cool. Nice. Thank you so much, Momoko-san. So, here's the theme number one. So, could you explain to our viewers like what made you decide to join the BOLD program? So maybe we can start with Emily-san.
Yeah, as I said before, I was in Japan during my study abroad exchange program when I decided to join the BOLD program, and I think what really attracted me to the program was the ability to collaborate with people from other fields. I think as a designer, I don't get the opportunity to really work with people in the engineering field or the marketing field often, so I thought it would be a great opportunity to kind of gain some experience there.
Thank you so much. How about you, Momoko-san?
Yeah, for me at first, I was really excited by the chance to go to LA. I didn't have a really serious reason to apply, but an actual reason is as a second year student in university, I feel like I didn't get a lot of opportunities like internships. So I really wanted to challenge myself early in the university and for my career, career journey. And also I was drawn to the chance to work in a really diverse team with the real business goals, because I thought that it was lacking for me, like the real world experience was lacking for me. Yeah.
Thank you. Then how did you find LA in the end?
It was amazing.
Nice. Nice, nice. Okay. Let me start with the theme number two. So what action did you take in your line of work? What is expected of you? So basically, I think the translation, I'm gonna say it better, but basically what was the expectation that we had for you guys as a result of your work. Maybe we can start with Emily-san.
Yeah, I think as a UX UI designer, I think, well, the first thing that I think is really important is having a portfolio that really highlights the experience and skills you have. So I think that's the thing I focused on first before applying, is kind of refining my portfolio, understanding what is expected of me with design. Other than that, though, I think just being excited to design on a project you've never really worked on before, and also understanding different user bases. I think the US is a very different user base than Japan. So I think that was another thing I tried to focus on, was what do people from the US want versus what do people from Japan want? And I think I designed accordingly to that.
Thank you so much. How about you, Momoko-san?
Yep, for me as a marketing, I try to do more customer research, especially identifying like Gen Z personas, because that was our like target customers by back then. And before application, I tried to really like, gather what kind of marketing roles I've done in the past, and then see what how I can contribute to this project. Also, I try to look for Mercari's advertisements and like and see what kind of messages they're trying to convey to the audience. And also, I was the only international member in the team, so I tried to offer more cross cultural perspectives that others didn't have. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Okay, great. So what experiences and learnings were you able to get in the US? Like, for example, if this will be in Japan, like that would probably have been so different, right? So how about like the learnings that you did in the US? Emily, you can go first.
Well, I think one thing that's like really unique about this program is being able to interview people that are from the US. So that was, I think, one experience and learning I had, was like on-site interviews and on-site user, I guess, experience and data gathering. So that was one thing that I feel like was really interesting about this program. And another thing was, I think, with the US, I think it's a huge country. I think there's and as somebody who grew up in the US, I think depending on the state and region you're from, users want different things. And so I think being able to understand that and gather insight about that was really fun. And overall, I think it was just a really fun to get to go around LA, travel with my team, and just have fun while also learning.
Cool, thank you so much. Great. Okay, next, Momoko-san, can you answer this question, please? Thank you.
Yes. So similar to Emily, my team also conducted like on-site interviews, for example, with students from USC and UCLA to get more our core Gen Z target audience insights. And then also we really tried to gather more primary data directly from the users. So we explored the local thrift shops to study like what consumers are more attracted to. And as a also, we received direct feedback from Mercari CEO, so which gave us really more like insights to like into more real business expectations. And outside of the work, as Emily also mentioned, we bonded as a team. My team went to LA Dodgers game and watched Otani, which was super exciting and which helped really strengthen the team chemistry, I would say. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that was the first night when we got there, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was iconic.
Yeah, I think like everybody went. I was just too tired, so I just went back and slept. Yeah. Okay, great. Thank you so much. Okay, then the fourth theme is, I think you just probably answered, Momoko-san, but what was the memorable experience through the World program that you had? Maybe Emily-san, you can start with that one.
I think for sure our experience while we were in LA, I think our team, we got the opportunity to visit the Mercari pop-up store on Melrose Avenue in
Yes.
LA. Yeah, which was a great experience. And at the pop-up store, we met this designer who was actually designing clothes using the clothes he would buy through Mercari. And we were able to go like thrifting around that avenue, which was really fun, and pick up pieces that I think are unique to LA. So that was just a very fun experience with my team.
Yeah. Great. Okay, Momoko-san, you can go ahead.
Yeah, so surprisingly, the most memorable experience wasn't Otani. It was more about how our team really embody like what bold program is. So we try really like going bold, and we try like changing the ideas completely for over 3 times. So we stayed up really late. We tried to like contribute like as much as I can. Like each team member was trying super hard to get like the best results from like really short-term period. That was really memorable for me.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, we did so many things in that like 3 days. Like we went to, as you said, we went to Mercari shop, like the flagship store in LA. I remember we also there was like also like a second street as well next to it. Did you guys go to the Sika store? Like the American Second Street? You
I
guys
think
were
I think we did. We like popped in for a second.
yeah.
We were trying to compare to see how similar it is to the Japanese one.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Yeah, we also went to the one of the house of Mercari CEO as well, where we had like a little get together party and able to discuss with Shin-san or CEO. So yeah, thank you everyone for sharing your memorable experience. Okay, and I guess this is probably a question that is going to be interesting for our viewers. So, could you guys share some tips and advice for applying and participating in the BOLD program? So maybe Momoko-san, you can go first.
Sure. Yes. So like first just apply, I would say. Don't really overthink your experience level. Just like bring your passion and curiosity. That's what matters more. And I think the audience right now is more from international background, and I think that's really an asset in this project. So really embrace your your international background and share your unique insight with your team members. That's all I say.
Thank you. How about you, Miri-san?
I think similar advice, but I think don't be too scared. Like, don't stop yourself. This applies for once you're actually in the program as well. I think in a team setting, it might be a little bit hard to voice your opinion sometimes, but I think that's what makes this program really attractive is the fact that you can, collaborate with your team members and gain different insight. And I think another thing that is, I guess, a little bit more design specific, but to really polish your portfolio and try to curate it with Mercari's values, really try to go bold as well through your interview process or through your portfolio, whatever it may be. But yeah.
Great, great. Those are like great tips and advices. Yeah, like yeah, you don't need to think too much about it. Like I think everything is gonna be pretty smooth and yeah, like as long as you're ready to go bold, then I guess that should be fine. Okay, thank you so much, Bob. Thank you for, coming. I know you guys, I think one of you is in Taiwan, right? And Emily-san, I think you're in the US, so it's night right now, right? So thank you everybody for coming together to our session. Great. So I'm going to start with the FAQ. So first, like I'm going to answer a few questions that have been asked in advance. So first, destination selection. You can select up to 3 preferred choice during the application process. So we'll take the final assignment based on the job types and overall balance of the participants. When it comes to the support system, so each team will be supported by dedicated HR representative and a mentor. So for each team, one HR and one mentor will, support you throughout this project. Our students currently enroll in master program but planning to pursue a doctoral degree eligible to apply. So if you're expected to graduate between March 2027 and March 2029, there is no problem. no matter what type of degrees you're taking, if it's like doctor, like a PhD, master, or bachelor. What level of English proficiency is required? So as Kasumi-san mentioned, most of the program will be done in English. So as the communication language for the entire program, including the final presentation, will be in English. So business level English is desirable. However, this program is to go bold. So we also, welcome applications like applicant with those who are, can have a day-to-day conversational level English, and who is like comfortable using English, and of course want to improve their skills as be a pro. So for TOEIC and TOEFL, this is not mandatory, but please mind you, like we are going to check your English during the interview process, and this is for sure. Yeah. So program participation costs. So we're going to cover most of the program. So here is the breakdown of what Mercari will be covering. So Mercari will be covering the Shinkansen flight arrangement to Tokyo. So for example, so first, the first week will be done in Japan, right? So if you leave outside of Tokyo, we will be supporting your Shinkansen and also your accommodation in Tokyo during the program in Japan. We'll also provide lunches. We're not going to provide a dinner though. So dinner will be on you. For the overseas program, so round trip airfare to the respective country and accommodations during the stay. So the social event expenses during the program. So if we're going somewhere for eating, Mercari will take care of this, and also the transportation costs, and a portion of meal expenses required during the free time in the destination. But there will, of course, some things that participant will need to be covering by themselves, which is first the visa, so ESTA. I believe in the US, you need to have ESTA to enter in the country, for example. So those, like ESTA, you will need to cover it by yourself. If I remember, I think it's like $30 or something. Also, for example, India, they required the visa as well. And a few countries require visa. So visa will need to be taken care by yourself. The passport acquisition and renewal fee. So please make sure you already have a passport when you apply, or you're currently renewing your passport at the time of the application. And local train fare to the Roppongi office. So for example, if you come from, let's say, Kyoto, and then we, give you an accommodation, you'll need to pay just for the local train fare to the Roppongi office, but not, of course, from your house to the hotel. But usually the hotel we provide are quite close to the office, that you don't need to take a train. Okay, so let's move on to the Q&A. So I will leave maybe 5 to 10 minutes for the Q&A. So I believe we do have a few questions already.
Yes.
So okay, so first one, so Tajin Mianpon-san said, "Hello, I applied for this program just before the Golden Week. I haven't received any notifications. So I was wondering if the screening process is delayed to the Golden Week." So, yes, first there was the Golden Week. We're currently, moving forward with all of the screening. So please wait a little bit. We'll get back to you as soon as we can with the result. Okay, this one, well, it's not a question, it's more like a statement, but I agree that so many Japanese products are popular in America. When I was still back home in NYC, I was always searching for websites where I could purchase exclusive Japanese mug. Yeah, that's true. That's true. So I guess we need, to expand Mercari so that people can, can purchase Japanese products. Okay, so next one. So we have this question. So what will you say about the US business in terms of like how Korea is starting business from 0 and 1, and Taiwan, Hong Kong is expanding business? Sorry, I'm not really sure if I understand your question correctly, but For the US business, actually, it's also started from zero as well. Long time ago in 2014. But for Taiwan and Hong Kong, we're expanding the businesses because there's already a lot of businesses like Mercari in Asia. So first, we found it preferable to just expand the business of Mercari in those regions. But for the US, we also started the US business from scratch for Mercari in 2014. So yeah, I hope it does answer your question. Okay. Any questions? So yeah, Okay. So may I ask, would be the chances of the applicant being sent to their home country? For example, I am from Hong Kong. Is there is a higher chance that I could go to Hong Kong if I'm chosen? That's a good question. I think as it says earlier, it really depends on the balance of the applicants and the number of people who wants to go to Hong Kong, who wants to go to Korea. But of course, if you let us know that your home country is Hong Kong, for example, and you don't want to go to Hong Kong, and if you let us know, of course, we'll take take this in consideration for sure. Or on the opposite side, like I think if you're from Hong Kong and you're like, yeah, I want to go to Hong Kong, maybe there's also a chance that we ask you to go because you'll be considered as a local. So maybe it's good to have someone who is local with us. So it depends. It actually really depends on what's your preferences. But if you don't want to go to Hong Kong and you let us know, you don't put Hong Kong in your preferences, then we're not most likely not gonna select you for Hong Kong. Great. So hello, thank you for the session. My graduation time is not within 27, 29, but around September 26th. Is it still possible to apply? I just wanted to make sure even though it might seem unlikely. So that's a great question. So it has to be within 27 and 29. But I guess we'll need to discuss this internally first. But for now, we are accepting the people graduating in 2027, between 2027 and 2029. I hope it does answer your question. Thank you for the session. I'm wondering how competitive the application process is. How many applicants are you expecting, and how many will be accepted? Sorry, those are very internal numbers, so I'm not able to share those numbers with you. But we are expecting a lot of applications, so please apply as fast as possible as you can before the deadline. Make sure you're not going to miss the deadline. But yeah, unfortunately, I'm sorry, I cannot really share the how many applicants we want and how many applicants we're expecting, because those are like internal numbers. Okay, so we have 7 minutes left, so I'm going to answer just a few questions, and then we will end up with the closing. So I would like to ask about the requirement for the marketing position. Does the PTCS cycle experience have to be in an internship? Please double check the job description when it comes to the marketing position. I think all the information is listed there. Yeah, I guess the best way is to check on the job description. You can find it in our career site. So I'm going to share the link. Here, I'm gonna drop the link here. So yeah, here's the job description. Okay, so I have a question regarding experience level. Currently, I'm in a graduate school, but I have around 3 years of professional experience in my home country. Would this be considered as a strength or a weakness? I think this should be considered as a strength, of course. If you're currently in a graduate school and that you haven't graduated, of course, you would, how do you say? You would definitely qualify as an applicant. And the fact that you have, professional work in your home country it is actually, I think we will be considering this as a strength more than the weakness. Okay, so does the amount of experience matter for the application process? For example, would it be harder for a freshman? No, I do not think so. The interviews will be the same. And the interview process will be the same for everyone. So it the amount of experience does do not like matter much, like when it comes to the application process. But of course, we have a few requirements for this position. So for example, embodying or values and like in Mercari values, like go bold for one beer per. So if you do have any um experience of like episode in your life where you had to go bold, where you had to be a pro, where you had to work as a team, I would definitely um, advise you to prepare for that and give a few example of those episodes, because we're definitely going to ask it during the interview process. Like for example, those typical questions like, please give me a time where you had to go bold, like please give me a time when you had to be a pro, and so on. Okay, so maybe actually we could ask, for example, Momoko-san, like how was your interview process during the application process?
Yeah, so for the interview process, I tried to I think there was a question about PDCA cycle. Yeah, I tried to gather like my experience on like what I did, like that I was like a leadership I was in like leadership position where I had to um do to to circle the PDCA like cycle. And then I also like gather like what I did bold in my past experiences. This can be your like group projects from your like university, or like what you did in your like extracurriculars like back in the past. So yeah, I used my experiencing in founding nonprofit organization, but I prepared some lists of what I did in the past to make sure I can answer to and in details, so I can answer to the interviewer's question well.
Thank you. How about you, Emily-san?
Yeah, I think, well, for design, we just went over my portfolio, and they also asked me questions about what improvements I think I would make with the Mercari app and things like that. But they did also ask me about bold experiences in regards to my design background. So I would try to focus on something that maybe you yourself are very proud of, any projects or experiences you're proud of. It doesn't necessarily have to be about design or whatever field you're trying to go into, but something just that stuck out in your past.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I hope it gives you guys, like the viewers, like a few idea how the interview process is. Okay, I just want, so this will be the last question I'm answering, and I'm going to be closing this. So I think someone said, I'm currently a university student expected to graduate in 2026. So basically in America, 2020 from 2026 June is part of the fiscal year 2027. So if you're graduating between July 2026 and March 2029, you will be eligible to apply. So I hope it does answer the question when it comes to like, if I can apply and based on my graduation date. All right. So I guess we are done. So thank you everyone. So for today, for all of your question, I hope this project will be a little bit more clearer for you, and you'll feel more comfortable and more excited to apply to our program. So please respond the questionnaire. Here is the QR code for the questionnaire about today's presentation. And you can find here like the program recruitment requirements. So as Kasumi-san said, the deadline is until the 30th of May by 3 p.m. So please make sure to apply by the deadline. And we thank you so much for getting up early, and to spend some time with us during this presentation. So yeah, thank you everyone. Have a good day, and we're looking forward to receive all of your applications for this bold program, and to go bold again this year all together. Thank you everyone.
Thank you.